Hey everyone, it's me, Brea. Just got off work. I have a new job now, so that's something. But we can talk about that later. So really, I've just been having some thoughts recently, and just thought I'd share them with you. And so I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was telling her, I told a few people actually. I was like, people are like Swiss cheese. And what I mean by that, it's just like this can kind of go for people who aren't saved and people who are saved, but really it's for people who aren't saved. I say they're like Swiss cheese. They're filled with so many voids in their lives and so many holes in their lives, and because they don't believe in God, and God fills our voids and our holes, if you allow Him to. But I'm gonna focus on non-believers right now. They have all these holes in their lives and all these voids, and they fill them with what the world offers. And the world offers everything. It doesn't have to necessarily be something bad. It's just, it could be family or their jobs or careers. And it's like they have all these holes over their body, and so they're filling it with drinking, smoking, family, their jobs, their schooling, or just being promiscuous or whatever they're doing. They're just filling all these holes that are in their body. And I was telling my friend about that, and it was like I can see it. Like I can see it in people. There's people I was looking at, and they're just drinking, and they're drinking because they haven't felt love from their fathers, or they're hurting for that, so they drink. And then they're getting their PhDs and their second PhDs because they have this void missing, or they're filling it with music and entertainment instead of letting God fill that void. They're just filling it with what the world offers, and the world offers everything for each void that you have, each hole that you have. There's something in the world that will patch that right up. Of course, it's only temporary, and they have to find something else, and something else, and something else. And so I was just like, people in the world, or even some believers who don't allow God to heal them, they're like Swiss cheese. There's all these holes, all in their body. And that's pretty much it. Like, I was like, I can see it in people. I can, even people, I see on the street, or maybe people I work with. It's just like I can see that they're missing something. And that, we're all missing something. If we don't, I still have some holes too that I'm trying to let God fill. And it's just like, we're just like Swiss cheese. And only God can fill those voids and holes that we have. And so it reminds me of this verse. Got my Bible right here. It's Mark 8:22 through 24. And it says, "And they came to Bethesda, and this is the Amplified version. And the people brought to him a blind man and begged him to touch him." That's Jesus. "And he caught the blind man by the hand and led him out of the village. And when he spat on his eyes and put his hands upon him, he asked them, 'Do you see anything?' And he looked up and said, 'I see people, but they look like trees walking.'" And then 25 goes on to say, he put his hands on him again, and he looked, and he was able to see everything clearly. And so with that verse, it can mean a lot of different things. The fact that Jesus didn't heal him the whole way the first time. It took 2 tries, or 2 attempts, but that was definitely on purpose. And I was like, maybe God did that because people were so used to just one-touch miracles. And God was like, "Nah, y'all are too used to it. I got to show y'all that I can do anything. Like, it's not just like I have to be out of the box. You can't put God in a box. I can heal people the first try, or I can heal them 3 times, or I can make them, I can do whatever." And so I go back to the other point. The guy said he saw men, but they're like trees walking. And so I say maybe that's what he did see. Maybe this was like a metaphor, or not just a metaphor. It was like a lesson for the people, because it's like he saw them like trees walking. It's just like trees are so rooted and stagnated. So you were so rooted and stagnated in your thinking, you could not move. So he saw them like trees walking. So they're so rooted in just being one way. Like Jesus has to be this one way. Church has to be this one way. And so to bring that back to the point, it's just we have all these holes to fill, and you're just trying to fill them with what you think works. You just have this one way, and it's like, it's not working. It's not working. You just gotta fill it, and you gotta fill it again. It's just like a gas tank. You gotta keep filling it up. You gotta keep finding new stuff to fill these holes. And it's just, if you like give your life to Jesus and become saved and let God fill those holes, you don't gotta fill it up no more, because it'll be filled with God, you know. And so I think he saw the men walking like trees because people were thinking, okay, he can only do miracles one way. And they were just rooted in that thinking. They were just, that's what they were thinking. So that's why he saw the men walking like trees. So, anyway, so that's what I was coming on here to talk about. Okay. So what I really want you to take away from that verse is just maybe just a lack of understanding. That's what some of us people have, from the first vision that he had, the men walking in trees. It just shows that he couldn't see, he couldn't understand. Nope. Okay. And what I really just want you guys to take away, I guess, from that verse is just there's more than one way of nope. Okay. Okay, and so what I really want you guys to take away from that verse is that, God is Okay, so what I really just want you guys to take away is just basically let God fill these voids, these holes in your life, because he's the really only one that can fill it. And as much as, I can speak for myself, as much as we just try to run away from it and get other fixes, God is the only way. And just like he healed that man, he can heal us. And it may take 2 tries, not because of him, but because of us. And just our lack of understanding. Like, if we don't understand why we have these holes, then God will heal us the first time to let us see something that we didn't see before. And then I guess heal us the second time, and we can see it clearly, like, we needed him the whole time. Or you have these holes in your body, you have these holes in your life because of such and such, whatever, you're dealing with. And that's why you have these holes. So basically just let God fill those holes. All right, bye.